Yeah, I just want to touch about, and we've talked about it before in the show, community solar. So obviously on the road to EVs is how to power them, and solar is a great fit versus big utility power. And I'm going to share my screen here in a minute. But one of the problems with solar is not everybody can do solar. You don't own your roof faces the wrong way, there's trees. Um, so I was a little saddened this week when Colorado, which started community solar about 10 years ago, is no longer the leader in community solar. Minnesota is now the leading state in deployment of community solar, where they have no sun and cold 10 months of the year. But the cool thing is you live in a condo, you have trees around your property, you can buy solar panels in a community solar farm, and that energy comes off your electric bill. And it's a really neat way to buy solar. I actually have had it for many years. I live in an apartment complex in Colorado. I don't own my roof, but I have 11 panels somewhere in a field, and my net meter is basically zero.
Wow.
And it's really cool not giving money to the big utility company. I'm going to share my screen. And I just want people to think, you're thinking about electric cars? Well, think about community solar if you cannot do solar on your own property. So this is a chart showing as of Q1 this year. You can see here Minnesota is booming in the deployment.
Wow.
And then New York, Massachusetts, and then unfortunately Colorado's down here. But other states should be doing this. And, obviously in some states, big utility fights this, but other states, they embrace it. And I don't know if anybody has any political power in the state you live in, but definitely consider it. Another benefit to community solar is you don't need to install anything on your property. You don't need any permits. You don't need to upgrade your panel. If your panels generate 1,000 kilowatt hours, they just take 1,000 kilowatt hours off your bill. So it's real simple. Scrolling down here, this is one source says that only 51% of households could actually do regular solar. So that's basically half the market is gone. So that's about all I want to say is consider community solar if it's available where you live. It's a cool thing.
So my wife and I vacationed in Boulder, I think a couple of times. And, one of those times, Paul loaned us one of his Gen 1 Priuses from Boulder Hybrids. Thank you very much. And as we were driving from Boulder to the Denver airport, we swung by a few neighborhoods on the northern side of Denver. And one of the communities that we stopped at that was still building, one of their attractions was community solar. And it was that each unit didn't necessarily have solar on it, but the community collectively was solar. And I just thought that was such a cool concept. That
there's some economies of scale. They can name them right, they can maintain them, they can wash them, so yeah.
Cool stuff. I mean, so this whole concept of community solar is something that is out there and it exists and it's such a great thing, but so few people have heard of it. I would like to think that it will become more prevalent in the in societal consciousness as we move forward.
Right. And for someone like myself, if I move to another property in the region, I just move my credits to that property. So it's not like, well, geez, I can't sell my home to someone who doesn't want solar panels because my price is too high. I just take my energy with me. So it's a very portable product. Yeah, because like in Boulder, that's an asset. If you're selling a home with solar on your roof, it's more desirable. But in a lot of parts of the country, I don't want to pay a premium for solar panels. That's stupid stuff. Yeah, so.
Right.
It really depends more on the buyer in a lot of cases. I mean, you just get some buyers that just I don't want to pay for it. I don't think it's great.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Okay. What's wrong
Here's your $600 a month utility bill. Oh,
yeah. So many of the ones in my area were leased, that they couldn't wrap their heads around the fact that this one was paid free and clear. Like, I don't want to pay anybody else. I don't want a second mortgage. It's in your first mortgage.
Nice.
So
Patrick has solar. I mean, it's really nice getting zero, or my bill is typically $6 a month because of the billing fee that they have to generate.
So I do have solar, like you said, but with 2 electric vehicles, and we have heated floors that so we can get some that uses electricity. We have a koi pond with a pump that's using electricity. So I'm not at zero, even though my roof is full. I can't fit anymore. So community solar might be an option for me to take it all the way down to zero.
Right.
Assuming your utility
And-
doesn't let you
and
not do
help-
both.
And help build out your community infrastructure, which is cool.
Yeah.
So if you live in Minnesota, New York, Massachusetts, or Colorado, there's lots of opportunities for it, and other states coming soon.